Madam President, Johnson Sirleaf, distinguished leader of Liberia and all its variants, members of the cabinet, high officials of the government, members of the civil society organizations, members of the community. It is a very sad and solemn day today when we stand here to recall the sad memory of the Civil War that cost us so much, first and foremost in the form of lives that were lost, in their hundreds, in their thousands, their tens of thousands across the length and breadth of Liberia. We remember that with a lot of sadness because we knew that there were ways of preventing such a calamity that had befallen Liberia. And that would be the first lesson that we would learn from that bitter chapter of our history. That things like this could be prevented when we understand and know the causes that lead to the spread of the nation, putting one man against the other, one woman against the other. While we memorialize all the hundreds of thousands of people who lost their lives during the Civil War, we must not forget there are thousands, tens of thousands of others who survived the war, but carry deep wounds both in their bodies as well as in their souls that emanate from the bitter, painful, odious experience of the Civil War. I'd like to offer my most sincere compliment to Madam President for having led the courageous and determined effort in order to start putting creams, medicine, pads on the wounds of the war, trying to patch together back the nation together and pave the way for building a future that brings all elements of the Liberian society together towards one objective: a peaceful, stable, prosperous, developed Liberia for all its citizens. This is a small monument built at a reasonably low cost, but its impact is gigantic, both in terms of us trying to make peace with our past and also to master the political will and the courage that will take us beyond the past and forge us into a united force in order to create a future that we all deserve for everyone living in Liberia. Let's reach out. Let's reach out to all counties. Let's reach out to all communities, to all the mosques, churches, schools, families, individuals. Let's make sure that we never forget those horrible memories of the war and all the things that happened that brought the war to this country, and make sure that we take all the corrective measures that will mitigate against another spillover, another relapse, and another state of chaos that will throw us back, not by years, but by decades and probably centuries. Madam President, I bow to you with respect for having led the process of national reconciliation. I recall your statement on the state of the nation, where you once again emphasized the need for all of us to remain seized of this critical part of your agenda, that we must persevere in every way we could, through all the means that we could, in order to make sure that Liberia becomes truly a one united nation, and that understands its past, reckons with it, brings peace to its heart, because without peace at heart, there cannot be peace in the society. Without peace in our minds, there cannot be peace in communities. We have to build peace in our mindset, in the way we think about ourselves and others, in the way we commit ourselves to our nation. I wish you all the very best in this very important matter, not just on behalf of those who have suffered during the war, but also on behalf of all those who live, not only in Liberia, in the whole region and throughout the world. God bless you. All the best.
In 2006, I accepted the nomination without going into any examination of those nominations and appointments, and commissioned the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. Worked on the report years. In the initial years, came testimonies from people all across the country, as well as outside the country, with technical support from many universities, from other professionals, using the examples of other seas, including South Africa and Sierra Leone. The main vehicle for the implementation of the recommendation is and still is the Independent Human Rights Commission. The records of the TRC are vast. They are there for the history of the country, including all the testimonies to be examined by generations to come. As was pointed out, there are 207 recommendations of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. But we all seem to focus on 3. We focus on war crimes, we focus on lustration, and we focus on reparations. Those 3 still left examination by the people of Liberia as to where we go with that. The others, I'm proud to say we made a lot of support on, a lot of progress on, and again, that is there for the people of Liberia to examine and to draw conclusions. The Independent Human Rights Commission that started out initially did not go well. We really did not make a lot of progress in terms of monitoring the recommendations, monitoring the implementation of those recommendations. And again, we did not make much progress with that group. The commissioners of the INCHR are tenured commissioners, tenured officials of government. The final one was with this little group that came out of a whole process dictated by law, that the membership are selected mainly by a group of civil society people, with someone appointed by the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. And this new group, of course, with the reappointment, as he stated, his second term, started just about a year ago. I want to commend them. Because they have started in the spirit of what that institution was meant to be. To work with the government, to heal the wounds, to recognize the hurt, and to even where necessary, plan the course of justice. What they have started today is a clear indication that they mean to work to achieve these objectives. And I want to thank them for this exceptional example of their work. If you don't see too many people from the government, and I include in this both the legislature and the Supreme Court, it's because they have worked quietly. Sometimes that's good, because you get things done faster when you work quietly. But sometimes you gotta make a little bit of noise too. I wish they had made some noise. Because then I think we would have had many more people out here to appreciate what they have done. But I think we will have an occasion to come back, to bring back a wide number of people from all society to see what's possible. Let's mention that this is a first, and indeed it's true. It is a first that they have done. And now we have an example. We have a roadmap that we can follow to see 155, I believe they said, 155 sites all over the country where people have suffered, people have died, where we have relatives still hurting today because the recognition has not been given of what their people suffered during the time. We may not be able to do all 155, certainly not this administration, given the time frame. But I want to work with you, commissioners, to see what can be done. Not only to look at the sites and see where we can do something, maybe not as elegant as this one, but maybe something sufficiently symbolic to recognize what happened in those places. And then to set again the roadmap for some of the other things that need to be done coming out of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission report, to identify, for people to know indeed what has been accomplished, because we believe much has been accomplished, and then to see what else we can do as we move about. As you know, in the final report, we talk about the Palava Hut. The Palava Hut was meant to be a vehicle for bringing people together, for being able to have admissions, forgiveness. And we started that process, had meetings several places, but haven't gone far enough and a pace sufficient enough for people to realize the potential that can come out of it. I charge you today to take that on, to be able to start that process, working with the Ministry of Internal Affairs to see how we can get that started, so that there will be this process of forgiveness that we still need in the country. Let me commend the partners who have worked on this through the Peace Building Fund that has provided resources for it, UNDP and the project managers and all of those who contributed to the completion of this. We thank you all for always being there for Liberia, for always being there in supporting the government in many endeavors that attempt to move us along the path of sustainable peace and for growth and development of our people. To the community here, you've already been asked by the chairman, Mr. Tour, to please preserve this place, to please take care of it. Please see that it is yours, for indeed, I believe, many of you may have seen what went on here. So you too must feel the hurt when we saw some of your citizens die here. So thank you for accepting that responsibility through a chairman who spoke. We hope that we can all see this again as a means to rededicate ourselves to the process of peace, the process of reconciliation, the process of national unity. For it's only upon those foundations that we can truly build a nation. Thank you all for being here.